Hello again and welcome to my channel. Now, as the title suggests, I'm going to speak and demonstrate the making of precision ground oil stones. Now, for those of you that haven't a clue what it's all about, a standard India oil stone is made up of thousands of grains of very sharp material that's bonded together, and of course it's intended for sharpening chisels and knives and plane blades and things. Now, if you was to use this stone as it was on your machine surface or bottoms of your V blocks or whatever, not only will you badly scratch it, but you'll actually wear it away. So the idea of a precision ground oil stone is that you can rub it all day long and it won't remove any material. Now, this is achieved by placing the stone on a surface grinder and using a diamond wheel to grind all the sharp points off. So I don't know how many of you will actually be able to do this, I say, because obviously you need a surface grinder and a diamond wheel, but perhaps if you've got a fret access to one, it's well worth doing. They cost a lot of money to buy, and as I say, it's quite easy to do yourself. Now, with these stones, originally they were dry, so if the chippy wanted to sharpen his chisel or plane blade, whatever, he could do it dry, or he'd get his oil can out and drip a bit on there, and away they went. But here in Australia, somebody in their infinite wisdom decided, oh, why get him to sod about with his oil can? We'll pre-charge them with oil. So of course that's no good for what these precision ground flatstones. So I had a look on around the world, all the different eBays and things. Yes, they're available in America, $90 odd plus the $40–50 postage. So I thought, I'm not going to go down that route. So I had a look on eBay UK, and I managed to find a couple of good condition oil stones, and luckily I've got a friend that was coming out for a couple of months, so I had them sent to him and he's brought them out to me, so that's why I've got the job to do. If anybody knows a good and safe way to actually clean these stones, please leave a comment below. Be it I don't know whether it would work, boiling it in hot soapy water, or I expect solvent would work in an ultrasonic tank, but it's quite expensive to do that. So right, so I think what we'll do now is enough of this little waffle here. Let's go out to the workshop and I'll show you what I've got and how we intend to machine it. Now I shall show you the whole thing from start to finish, but I won't let you stand there and watch the machine going, because to do the whole thing it's just over 2.5 hours. So what I'll do is I'll show you each operation and about a minute of the grinder work, and then then I'll finish that operation off camera, and then I say when we get to the next setup, we'll do it that way. Otherwise you'll be bored to tears watching this grinder going backwards and forwards. So right, enough chat. Let's go outside to the workshop. I'll show you what I've got and what I intend to do, and we'll take it from there. So join me outside in a moment. Bye. So this was a stone that my friend brought out from England, and I thought, see the box, I thought, oh dear, that's a bit tatty, isn't it? Oh, let's hope it's okay. Anyway, I opened the box and was quite surprised. I moved it over there. It obviously been used, but it was a bit dirty. But as I say, I've actually cleaned it off, washed it off with solvent, and on the other side, look, we can still see the original writing on it. So very impressed with that. Now, what you've got to bear in mind with these things is that this is a Norton India stone, which is made from aluminium oxide. Now, please be aware that when you go to buy these, that there is also one which they call a whetstone, which is this style of thing, slightly different colour. It's exactly the same grit, but it's a much softer bond, and you're only supposed to use it with water. So just just be warned. I think I got called out. I thought, oh, I didn't know the difference, and I've actually made a pair of these, and they do work okay, but they are quite soft. And the other one that they sell is silicon carbide. You don't want that either. So when you're looking for it, what you actually need is, and it doesn't have to be Norton. I mean, Norton is the main company, but I mean, if your local DIY stores got one, as long as it's aluminium oxide, India stone, you're well away. Now this is what they call a combination stone. It's coarse on one side and fine on the other, but it doesn't matter if you get it all of one grit. It will actually it will actually still work. Now the other thing to consider too is before you actually start or even purchase, consider what size stone that you want. If you actually want a full size stone like this one, you've got to buy two. For a precision ground flat stones to work, you must have two. So if you want this size, you've got to buy two. But what I'm actually going to do is to grind this one up and cut it in half. And now, due to the magic of television, is one that I've done earlier. This is now all fully ground on 6 sides, fine on one side, coarse on the other. So this is what we're actually going to be making. So bear with me, and we'll give you a little bit more of a chat about things to do. Be with you in a moment. Right, now moving on, what we've actually got to do before you can actually start grinding, you need to check it out. I mean, if you're lucky enough to buy a brand new stone, all well and good, should be flat. But then again, if you've got it, when I say flat, not good enough for sharpening chisels and planes and things, but if you've got one that's a bit worn, you want to put it on there, make sure that it doesn't rock, and so and you can go around it with a feeler gauge to make sure that you haven't got any gaps underneath. And if you happen to have a gap, you know, slip a bit of paper on it just to make sure that it doesn't rock. Now the other thing that you need to do before you start grinding it is to I mean, I should be okay with this because it's got the original manufacturer's mark on it, but if not, if you haven't got another one, get a soft pencil and just draw some lines all over it so that you know that when you've cleaned up. Now only use a soft pencil, do not use a you know, Sharpie mark or other felt pen, because the ink will soak into the stone and you'll see it forever. So the idea is, you know, just shove that over there, and it'll be the same on the other side, so that you know when when the pencil line disappears that you know that it's flat. So I think that's enough of this little chat here. So I think what we'll do now is stop this bit, and then we'll go and set it all up on the grinder and show you how to begin. So bear with me while I set it up in the grinder, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye. Right, so here we are over at the surface grinder, ready to start. Now the first problem that you're going to encounter is how you're going to hold it, because stone isn't magnetic. I put the magnet on, doesn't make any slightest difference. So you think, what am I going to do now? Well, what I do to overcome it is that I use a pair of toolmaker's clamps. You know, the standard. And I set those on the top there. Now I know that this stone is got nice square sides, but if you're unsure, what I strongly recommend is that you put a matchstick or a piece of paper straw in between, so that it doesn't bias it. A bit like when you're you know, squaring up a block on a milling machine, and you know you've only got saw edges. You put a rod on there so that it has a chance to go. So what I do is put one on that end, one on this end, just like that, and you don't have to worry about squaring it up or anything, you know, because you're going all the way across the surface. So that's about there. And then what I do next is make sure that they're down and turn the magnet on, so that we know that these are flat, and then just generally just dip it up so that it doesn't move. Right, so we're now ready to go. Now this is a dry grinder. They can be ground wet with coolant, but say this is dry grinder, so when I start in a minute I should be running the shop vac. Now your choice as to whether you wear a mask or not. I mean, I suppose the best thing is to wear a mask, but I can't get on with a mask, and saying this shop vac clears absolutely everything out of the way, so you know, I'm going to do it without a mask. So what we need to do is to just wind the table's going over it to get it under the wheel, like that, and then I'll bring this down a little bit, get it approximate to position, not too far off. Now I'm going to start this up. Now, as I say, it'll be a little bit noisy, so here we go. Right, that's me vacuum wobbling. And what I'm doing now is I'm bringing the I won't run the rack for a minute. I'll run that faster than that. See, and then we can make out of that. It's only touching at that end at the moment. So I would say, so it proves that this isn't parallel. So what I'll do is now is I'll just move the table away so that the wheel can come down, and that will do. And now what I'll do is I'll take off about 15 thou. So there we are, there's 5, 10, 15, and I'll put the vac on now. Sorry about the noise, but we'll see what we can see. Now I hope you can still hear me over this, and I'll start the cut. Now it's feeding over about 20 thou at pass time. So and at the moment it's still only taking it off at this end only. Well, it's just about starting to touch on the right hand end, but it's barely touching in the middle. So this will be 2 passes. So what I'll do in a minute is I'll stop this so that you don't get bored to tears with it. And then I'll finish this pass and come back the other way, and I'll bring you back when we've actually ground this side. So bear with me, and I'll see you in a little while. Bye. So this is the first side done. It did clean, the first cut 15 thou did clean up, but I've done a second pass back of 10 thou. Now what I did neglect to tell you that this is a diamond bonded wheel. It's an aluminium disc that's got this brown bonding on it, which has got diamond impregnated in it. So I said you must have a diamond wheel to do this, otherwise you won't get anywhere. Right, so what I'll do is now is this needs to be taken off outside and cleaned, and I shall be back shortly. Bear with me. Bye. Right, so here we are back again, nicely cleaned off. I'm ready to do the other side. Now I'll show you later, but while I was there I checked it for flatness. I'll show you how to do this at the end, otherwise it would have meant keep breaking this camera setup down to do it. So as I said, I've checked it for flatness, and it's nice and flat. So same as before, this will go back down onto there, and we pick the toolmaker's clamp up and put it on there, and if you've used paper or a straw or matchstick or whatever it is, do the same. So run there like that. I just turn the magnet on so it makes sure that it pulls these all the way down nicely. Yeah, I heard that one go click, so that actually wasn't flat. Right, now just to say, just a light little, gentle little nip, just to make sure she's nice and flat. Now of course I haven't changed the height of the wheel from last time, so all I've got to do now is add another 15. I mean, I'm saying 15 thou. I mean, it's entirely up to you. You know, if you want to fiddle about with bigger cuts. But as I say, I found 15 thou is a nice figure to go with. So it's 5, 10, 15. Right. So what we need to do again now is to start her up. get that a bit closer to the wheel. Right, turn on the stroke. I'm holding the back here so that it catches it from the all the dust coming off. I don't know whether you'll catch that in a minute without the back. No, it's not touching anything yet. Yeah, dust coming off. I don't know whether the camera's picking that up. It's certainly holding that there. It's getting all the dust that's coming out. So as I say, we just got to whir away until it reaches the other side. As I say, it's taken about, I mean, it's indexing at something like about 20 thou at each end. So it takes a while to go across. It takes sort of, you know, 15-20 minutes to go across. So as I say, you've seen this bit before, so I'll turn it off now so you don't have to put up with it all, and join me when it's finished. So here we are again. This is the second side now completed. The first cut of 15 thou didn't quite clean up, so I took another 15 thou on the way back. So that is this operation done for a moment. So I'll have to break it down and go and clean it up, and again check it for flatness. So I will show you how to check for flatness later on. So that's it for the moment. I'll break this down and see you again when I'm set up to grind the edges. See you soon. Bye. Right, so here we are back at the grind again, and what we intend to do this time is we need to grind the sides. So to achieve that, what I've actually got here is just two ground blocks. I mean, you can use 1, 2, 3 blocks, but you've got to bear in mind that whatever you use at the back is lower than the height of the stone, because you don't want to grind your blocks away. So the principle I use here is that will sit on there. And first off, I'm actually gonna clamp the stone to the block, and it's still free to move on the chuck. And then I use a toolmaker's clamp at the other end. You can say you can put the paper in or not, as the case may be. As I say, it's parallel now, so it doesn't really need the paper. But if you just want to put a piece in there just to protect it, all well and good. So we can now lock that down. Just pinch that up, and as before, away we go. So start the jolly old wheel up. Just getting ready to touch off. Right, we'll start her up. Right, there we are. So at the moment it's taking it all off the right hand end at the moment. So I think we could say we'll give that the 5. Do it now. 15. We'll try 20 this time. And it looks like it's still not turning up. I'll have to put the vac on because it's chucking the dust out again. And as you can see, it's just the same as if you were doing it down flat, except of course now it's held on blocks to keep it square. Now what I've neglected to mention with the other side, if you've got a badly used, a badly chipped stone, it's nice with these to actually have a nice crisp edge, but if you're still not cleaning up after you've done the thickness, take the excess off here until it cleans up, because you've got a lot, you know, you've got a lot that you can grind off of this side before it, you know, whereas you take it off the thickness, you're making it thinner. So Yeah, ideally you want nice crisp edges on it, because you never know, you might want to stone up into a sharp corner. So there we are. So as you see, it's just starting to clean up on this left hand end. So we'll stop this so you're not bored, and I'll come back to you when this side is finished. So see you again soon. Bye. So this is the first side finished. I took another 15th hour cut on the way back, just to clean it up. Now, you don't need to undo the release the magnet at the moment, because the blocks are nice and square. So all we actually got to do is to take the clip off, undo the toolmaker's clamp, take the stone out. Not much dust underneath, but just give it a little wipe anyway. A lovely finish on that. Nice crisp edge. Right, flip that over. What are we going to do? Let's put it round this way. This way. I'll admit a little boo-boo now. I started to grind the first side and I hadn't turned the camera on, so that's why we've already got it so it looks like it's partly ground. So apologise for that anyway, but anybody that doesn't make a mistake isn't doing anything. Right, so there we are, that's on there like that. We'll start the wheel up again. As I say, just continue on, just do what with the other side, but yeah, we're still clear. Should do, because I've taken the 32nd off the other side. But anyway, let's get our whirring to and fro. Get a cut on. And because I've already started this cut, I think it was, I don't know, 15th hour again, whatever. But it doesn't matter. Come on, Davey. Why aren't you cutting off? We are now, right, we're away. Right, we'll have the rack on. Oh. And as you can see, exactly the same as before, backwards and forwards, cut across here, add another cut and go back again. So join me again when I've finished this side. See you again soon. Bye. So here we are again, second side finished. What we've got to do now is to break all this down and clean it up, and then we'll go down to the surface plate and I'll show you how to check it for flatness. And then what happens is this will need cutting in half. I use a diamond blade on an angle grinder, and then we need to set up and grind the ends. So I'll take this off of here, no problemo. There we are, that's off of there. Yes, nice, lovely finish. Real crisp, sharp edges. We'll have to take these dead sharp edges off with a diamond file when we're finished. But anyway, there it is for now. Join me in a moment down at the surface plate. See you soon. Bye. Right, so back at the surface plate. Just show you how to check things for flatness. I mean, it's not just stones, I mean anything. So the ideal is to make sure everything's clean. And if something's flat, when you put it on there, it should pivot at about the 2/3 to 3/4 position. So you see the pivot point's about there somewhere, which is 2/3. And likewise, the same on this end. And it's also the same with a what have I done with that? I had a parallel. Oh, here it is. I had a parallel. Sorry, the parallels are the same. You see, it's pivoting about the 2/3 to 3/4 position. So if you get that, you're pretty flat. Right, so the situation that we're going to do now is this needs cutting in half to make them into these. So all I'm going to do is get a Sharpie, because it doesn't matter about using a Sharpie on this at the moment, because the line's going to get ground away. So there we are, 4 inches. Whop that on there. Draw just a guideline for the angle grinder. Put that on there. Let's stick another line across there so I know where I am. Like that. And what I'm going to use is just a standard angle grinder with a diamond blade on it. So I'll just whir off and do that, and see you again in a moment. Bye. So here we are, cut in half. Not a terribly good cut, but you know, doesn't matter. We got the grinder over there. We'll you know, give it a nice sharpen up. So what I'm going to do first off, because this is the manufacturing end, I'm actually going to put this down first, clean those up. Doesn't matter, they're not exactly the same at the moment. We'll clean those up and take it from there. Right, I need to shift the camera all up to the grinder again, so bear with me and I shall be back in a while. Bye. Right, so back to the grinder. Now what we've got to do is to grind these ends. Now you can grind them as a pair, or you can grind in singly, depending on your choice. Now if you've got a precision ground, a pair of precision ground B blocks such as these, you could actually, if you wanted to, you could put one each side there and there. Squeeze them together, make sure that we've got a nice grip, and then turn the magnet on. Now unfortunately I can't do this, because although there's a clearance in the bottom of the V, it's not deep enough. When I put that, because that stone's got such a sharp edge, it's actually touching on the bottom before it is on the side, so I can't use that. So what I'm now got to do now is right. So what I'm going to use is a couple of nicely ground blocks. You can use 1, 2, 3 blocks if you want to. Now I'm going to put them on at and it doesn't matter where you position them, because it's going to be ground flat. But the idea is I want to put 2 together to actually make a nice corner. So make sure they're just held together there, and we'll turn the magnet on. And then, as I say, we get our rough ground block, pop that in there. And we use the spring clamp again, so making sure that it's pulled, it's pinched back and pulled in, so that we're going to get a nice square corner. And then the idea is you know, we start up and away we go. So right. I'll start the wheel up again. Put a cut on, as per before. Yeah, grinding nicely. Turn the back on again for make sure we got rid of the dust. And away we go. You know, nothing to it. This is going to take quite a while to clean up, because it's you know, it's a nasty cut. But as I say, I tend to take 15 or 20 hour cuts. I've not had a problem with doing that. So I'll carry on, and I'll bring you back when it's nicely cleaned up. See you again soon. Bye. So there we are. That's the first one, fully cleaned up. Got nice crisp edges all the way around. All the damage marks are gone. So all we got to do is to take this one off and do exactly the same to the other one. But I won't bother filming that, because exactly, you know, you've just seen this. So I'll do that one off camera, and I'll come back to you when we're ready to do the other ends. So catch you again soon. Bye. Right, so that's the That's the second one done on the end. Now what we're going to do is to flip it over and actually do the original factory ends. Now what you got to do now, because I mean they don't have to be a match pair, but you know, it's nice while you got it here. So that's what I'm going to do. So what we're going to do is to find the shortest one, and one's about, oh I don't know, probably 3 mil shorter than the other. So I'll put the shortest one on first. Exactly same as before. Just pop that on there, hold it up there, and put the clip on. And then to say exactly the same as before. You know, touch off and grind away. So I'll get this one done first, and then I'll come back to you when we're ready to do the extra long one. So that's it. I'll say goodbye for now, and I'll catch you up when we're ready to do the long one. Catch you again soon. Bye. Right, so this is the second end of the shortest one. So this block is now complete. As I said earlier, you don't have to make them exactly the same length, but you know, I think it'd be nice. So if you've got it, you know, set your wheel head dial to 0 or put a mark on it, whatever. But I say I'm lucky enough, I've got a DRO on this, so I've just zeroed out the DRO. So it's now just a case of taking this one off. Oh, yes, lovely finish, cracking finish on that. That's very good, very good. Here's the other one. Now, of course, this one is much taller, so I've got to back the wheel up. Okay, pop this one on, exactly the same. Hold it tight into the corner. Put the clip back on, and we are ready to start grinding. So we'll just do a little touch off again. Okay, right, here we go, we're over the job. Start the wheel up, start the cable up. Come on, Davey, where is it? Yeah, just touching off now, and according to the DRO, 126 thou to come off. So that's going to take quite a while at a 20 thou cut. So leave it with me, and I'll bring you back when it's finished. So have fun while I'm gone. Bye. Well, here we are again. Sorry you had such a long wait. I said I had 126 thou to take off. Yeah, job now done. Yeah, that's good. They're all cleaned up. They're now a match pair. So what I'll do is I'll break all this down, and I'll have to change the camera and go up to the other end of the workshop and set it up so that we can look at it on the surface plate. So join me in a little while. Bye. Right, so here we are back at the surface plate, and we now have a match pair of precision ground flatstones. But say the edges are like bloody raised at the moment, so what we need to do is just to break the edge. We've just got a diamond file. I know it's not good practice to on here, but I say so that you can actually see what I'm doing. I know still. I'll tell you what. Now let me move the surface plate out of the way. I'd hate for you to keep writing to me saying, "Oh, you've got grit all over your surface plate." Anyway, so what it is, it's just a case of getting the stone, putting it on the edge, just a couple of strokes. That's all the edges done, and I'm just going to touch the point, just so it doesn't dig into your hand when you're using it. Do the other end as well. Yeah, and that's all. Oh yeah, that feels much nicer. Right, so I'll just quickly do the same to the other ones. As I say, just a couple of strokes, just a couple of strokes of file, diamond file. And the corners, other end. So it only takes a few seconds, just to break that razor edge off, you know, just to give you a chance with your hands. So there we are, and that's the stone. That's the stone nicely done. So here we are back again. Clean the surface plate off nicely, so no complaints about the dust. Now, how to use these stones? Now, you have to have them as pairs because that's the only way that it works. Now, before you use it each time, you must always rub them together. Now, these have only been on a clean bench. I'm sorry about the bloody noise. I live by an airport. That's from a helicopter going over. Right. So, any time before you use them, you must rub them together. Now, I'm hoping that the microphone's going to pick this up. These have been on the bench, so you put them on and rub them together. Can you hear that gritty? With a couple of rubs. And that's it. That's absolutely smooth as glass now, and it'll be the same on the other side. You know, I'll just put it down onto there, put it together, and then it's clean. Once you get that beautiful feel, it's great. And it doesn't matter if you rub fine to fine, coarse to coarse, or coarse to fine. But as long as every time you do it, you must make sure that you do a clean. Now the ideal. You know, it's for precision things. I mean, see, there's a precision block, and so you just put it on there, and you can rub it, and it's absolutely dead smooth. There's no scratching. There's no scratches already on there from where it's been on the grinder. But you know, that's absolutely beautiful. You can do, let's say, blocks, V blocks. Now that sounds like there's a little bit of something on there. Just rub them together, just to make sure she's nice and clean, and then yeah, and that's smashing. And in fact, I don't know whether the camera will pick it up, but it's actually I don't know if we can catch the light with it. It's actually showing the wheel bounce of the grinder. You know, they're that good. Now what I've got here is just a piece of cast iron. Where are we? The cast iron I've actually surface ground. So I'll just pop that on there. Give that a little rub. And I don't know whether the camera can pick whether it picks it up, but there's some bounce marks across there. Now, should you have a burr on it, and unfortunately I should have just got a should have got a centre punch earlier, shouldn't I, and done it? But anyway, but what I'll just do is I'll just put a little mark on there. Now this stone should pick that up. So say before you use it each time, always rub the two together. Now when I put it on here, it maybe pick that. Yeah, it's actually found that. It wasn't a very deep one. Now the other thing is that with these stones is the way that they work is actually any burr that's on there, it shears it off. So I can see it here, but I don't know whether in the light of the camera there's some. Can I catch the light? I don't know whether putting a torch on it will help. But there's some little flecks in the. Where are we? Is it catching it now? This torch isn't very useful, but as I say, but there's certainly little flecks in there, which is all the little tiny burrs that the stone sheared off. So no need to worry about those because that's in there. The next time you rub the two stones together, it shears them off. So although you can actually see the little silvery marks on here, don't worry about it. It must be flat because you can feel that it's flat. I mean, there's no. I'll hold it up close to the mic. I mean that's. Whereas I say, if I just stand them down, that's just on the bench top. I mean, the bench top isn't dirty, but I mean, if I put this close up to the mic again, and there it is. It's cleared the, it's cleared the bad bits off. So that's the way they work. So very, very good. So if you want to, just you got a little ding on your lathe bed or mill bed, what it was, don't bang an ordinary stone on there, because you'll scratch it and wear it away. Whereas I say, this won't do any harm to it at all. You could stand there all day rubbing it, and it won't cause a problem. Yeah, well, that's about all as much as I can say, really. As I say, this is just another one. I'm just rubbing the. You can go in circles, up and down, round and round, figures of 8, do whatever you want. As I say, the camera won't pick it up, but I can actually see looking at this parallel. I can actually see all the wheel bounce marks. There's little lines going across there. So it's not touched anything. It's not actually worn anything away. It's just actually highlighting where the wheel bouncing is. So that's about as much as I can suggest, really. Hope you found that interesting. As I say, please feel free to leave any comments or whatever. So especially if somebody knows how to clean these oil fields, the things there. I had a quick look on the internet yesterday, and apparently Norton have been putting the oil in probably for at least 20 years. So unless you can find a real old one, unfortunately you could only buy them already loaded. But there's been several suggestions. People have said sort of like, boil them out and with whatever it is, some I think they were American. I think they were some American dishwasher product, whatever it was. But anyway, we'll leave it at that. We'll close this off now, and we'll go in and finalise and take it from there. So see you in a moment. Bye. Right. Well, as I said a few moments ago, hope you found that interesting. Please feel free to leave me a comment, and until the next video, wherever you are in the world, please stay safe, well and happy, and catch you again. Bye.
That's all, folks.